The year is 2026, and the streets of Iran are no longer just a protest zone. They are a battlefield where the soul of a nation is being forged in fire and blood. The Iranian people are not merely battling the mullah's bullets, the torture chambers of Evin prison, and the suffocating darkness of internet blackouts. They are waging a brutal two-front war. While the pavement in Tehran, Isfahan, and Mashhad is stained with the red of the youth, a second front has opened up against a disgusting alliance of regime propagandists and the brain-dead segments of the Western left. This is the visceral, unforgiving reality of a nation pushed beyond the brink, where the Rial has collapsed to a staggering 1.5 million per dollar, and inflation devours families alive, leaving fathers empty-handed and mothers weeping over empty tables.
We witness a grotesque theater of hypocrisy played out on the global stage, when so-called anti-imperialists, tankies, and progressive, useful idiots in the West parrot the exact same garbage as press TV and Khamenei's mouthpieces. They cease to be neutral observers. They become active accomplices in whitewashing a theocratic nightmare that starves its own people, hangs dissidents from construction cranes, and rapes protesters in detention centers. These clowns, safe behind their keyboards in Sydney, London, or New York, sipping lattes while daring to call millions of starving Iranians pawns or terrorists, are the ultimate betrayal. They look at a people crying out for basic dignity and sneer, dismissing their suffering as a CIA Mossad color revolution plot because it doesn't fit their narrow, privileged worldview.
Let us dissect the vile narrative straight from the sewer of the internet. Tanky and anti-imperialist accounts on X scream that these protests are engineered chaos designed to destroy the so-called axis of resistance, echoing word for word what Iranian state media blasts on national television. They claim that Mossad agents are walking beside demonstrators in tiny villages in Baluchistan or Kurdistan. It is an insult to human intelligence and a spit in the face of the brave. Do they truly believe that a shopkeeper in the bazaar needs a CIA handler to tell him he cannot feed his children? Do they think a student needs a Zionist plot to realize she has no future under a gender apartheid regime? This is not foreign interference. This is the organic rage of a population suffocated by 47 years of kleptocratic Islamist rule.
The economic trigger was not sabotaged by spy agencies as the pro-regime shills and their Western echoes claim. It was the inevitable result of the regime's own looting and mismanagement. Following the 2025 conflict, the economy was gutted not just by sanctions, but by a leadership that prioritized proxy wars in Gaza, Lebanon, and Yemen over bread for its own citizens. We see the bread prices skyrocketing 72%, the shelves emptying, and the desperation setting in. Yet, academics in Colombia and similar ivory towers ignore the videos of ordinary Iranians chanting, "Neither Gaza nor Lebanon, my life for Iran." They ignore the reality that the Iranian people are tired of their wealth being squandered on foreign terrorism, while they are told to eat austerity for dinner.
These Western apologists mock the brave women leading the charge and the men standing beside them, because the chants include Javid Shah, long live the king. They dismiss the uprising as not organic, simply because the people look back to the Pahlavi era with nostalgia for a time when Iran was respected, developing, and free from Islamic fundamentalism. They accuse supporters of Reza Pahlavi of being Zionist plants, ignoring that this is a cry for national identity and a rejection of 1979. The Iranian people are not your ideological playthings. They are not CIA puppets or Western stooges. They are heroes, shopkeepers striking, students defying curfews, and families burying their dead, who have endured enough. This revolution is theirs, born from the ashes of broken promises.
The regime knows the end is near. The mullahs are in a death spiral, desperate and cornered. Reports flood in of officials forging passports, wiring stolen millions to safe havens abroad, and shutting down Starlink terminals to hide their crimes. But their fear is palpable. They are deploying live fire and mercenaries, including Arabic-speaking thugs brought in from Hezbollah and Hamas remnants, because they can no longer trust their own conscripts to shoot their own sisters and brothers. This is the behavior of an occupation force, not a government. They are killing thousands to buy a few more days of power, but the blood they spill only waters the tree of revolution.
But let there be no mistake. The regime is in a death spiral. The frantic propaganda about Zionist infiltration is the squeal of a dying beast. Behind the scenes, the mullahs are panic-stricken, forging passports, wiring billions of stolen dollars to safe havens in Venezuela and Canada, and chartering private jets for their families. They know what is coming. They know that the fear has shifted sides. The internet blackouts and the shutdown of Starlink terminals are not acts of strength. They are acts of cowardice, attempts to hide their crimes in the dark. But the eyes of the people are open, and the world is watching, even if the cowards in the West choose to look away or lie about what they see.
This is the end of the line for the Islamic occupation. The economic collapse was the trigger, but the rage is existential. History will spit on the graves of the mullahs and their Western cheerleaders who prioritized their anti-Western ideological purity over the lives of millions of human beings. The apologists will try to scrub their timelines and delete their articles when the statues of Khamenei fall, but we will remember. We will remember who stood with the oppressors and who stood with the people. The pathetic attempt to brand this as a Mossad plot will be recorded as one of the most shameful lies of the 21st century.
Be proud, Iran. You are reclaiming your destiny from the jaws of a monster. The path is soaked in blood, and the cost is unbearable, but the destination is freedom. The mullahs will fall, their mercenaries will flee, and their apologists will fade into irrelevance. This is a war for the soul of an ancient civilization, and the people will win. Long live the fighters on the streets. Long live the memory of the fallen. Javid Shah, Javid Iran. Freedom will rise from the ashes, and the dawn is already breaking.